real quick. I just want to see, ooh, geez, what's going on here. But I thought I would talk a little bit about how I'm progressing in comedy, stand-up comedy in particular. I started in July of this year, and so it's actually been super interesting for me to kind of discover a new way to create, a new way to communicate. And one of the reasons why I started doing stand up comedy was because I wanted to find and develop a skill in a new writing style. And so far, it's been going really good. Again, it's been what, 5 months, 6 months, really, since I've gotten into it. And I've been going up. I've been getting on stage probably 5 to 6 nights a week, whether it's open mic or I just started doing some actual shows at clubs, which has been good. One of the things that I did discover early on was I really wanted to limit my time at bar shows. I mean, they're great just to get up and say your jokes and get comfortable saying your jokes. But what I found was is 80-90% of the time, people aren't there to watch somebody do comedy. They're there more for having a beer or talking with their friends or watching the game. And all of that stuff is great. It's a good it's a good lesson to learn early on. So I really been focusing on, you know, open mics at clubs that do have shows, could have a good following, bring in decent comics, that sort of thing. And that's actually been very beneficial because you start to get to know the staff at the club, the community that comes out just on a regular basis and supports the club. And you learn a lot by doing that. And sometimes those bar shows are just not that great for that. But I did do a bar show last night that was good. They had a good crowd. The crowd that was there for the comedy, which was nice. So even a small audience of 20, which for open mics is actually a good sized audience. But they were there to actually watch the comics and stuff. And I've really, what I kind of wanted to explore today is just an understanding of, and kind of get out of my brain what I've been struggling with over the last couple months. And one of the things is I do have like a very specific style. So it's very timing based. It's very much setup, punchline, setup, reveal, that sort of. If you're ever follow Greg Dean, you should look at his YouTube channel if stand up is something that you're interested in. But Greg Dean's joke formula, I really wanted to get that structure down and then possibly in the future expand out to more story based. Because I find what a lot of people who are starting or at my stage, they think they can just go up and tell stories and that the story is going to be funny. And I really wanted to figure out how to make the joke work first. So I've really been focusing on that. And along with that, it's been, pretty dark humor, which I don't mind. And it's very audience dependent. So if the audience just isn't into dark humor or the venue's not used to serving that sort of thing up, it can be like a real pain in the butt. But yeah, I don't need your bullshit, William. You can suck it. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I'm not even talking politics. I'm talking about jokes here. Somebody, wants to shoehorn in their politics. I don't care what your politics are. Just whatever. Keep them out of my face. I don't need it right now. But one of the things that I, been struggling with is now starting to move beyond just like the one or two. Hi, Olivia. Thanks for checking out and saying hi. I appreciate you. But moving on beyond the one and two liners, I appreciate that. Um, and then basically just doing that. One thing that I did come across yesterday, which was it happens from time to time, is you get like a hardcore heckler, and what I mean by that is somebody who just wants to disrupt the show for their own entertainment, versus somebody who wants to quote unquote participate in the show, like they might be trying to answer questions, or if you're throwing out your ideas, like, have you ever blah blah blah, and they like, yeah, like I totally get that. But the hardcore hecklers are still something that I'm learning to deal with. Like, I don't know how to ease into either trying to bring them back into the fold. My first response is usually my first response is really, "Hey Noah, what's up, brah?" To go real hardcore at them and just trying to get them to not speak anymore or get them removed. And I need to learn how to finesse that a little bit, because I don't want to alienate the rest of the crowd by me going in so hard on that. I'm curious, since I've got a couple people watching, what kind of questions do you have? I mean, granted, I'm brand new at this, and so I'm just really kind of discovering the whole stand-up comedy thing. But I'd be curious if anybody out there has a question, like Olivia or even Noah. Simple Boy FF. If you have a question, that'd be great too. Um, so that's where my struggle is. So, like for instance, last night I just had a guy who walked into the bar and realized that there was a comedy show going on, and I just happened to be the one standing on stage, and he just started yelling random things across the bar, and it was really strange. There was really no point to what he was doing. So I literally just I went in and lit him up versus trying to diffuse the situation and get some chuckles out of him and kind of bring him back around. But I don't think he was even there for that. I think he was kind of just a lonely old man who realized he was going to eat pizza on the picnic table outside by himself. But whatever. Um, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm curious, you know, where I'm going to go next. The other thing too that I realized is, my brand of humor doesn't play at every venue, and I have to know like that's okay, and I can't really think, oh, that was a bad set, blah blah blah. I'm not funny. What I have to realize is sometimes they're just not going to be into the topics and pace of what I'm doing. Um, so I don't see any questions out there, which is fine. I'm just on here for just to kind of get this out of my head and interact with a few folks. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by or watching this later on after it's been posted. I think what I'll be doing is trying to start doing a little more crowd work, just so I'm more comfortable thinking on my feet, because the way I've got my set up right now, it flows from one joke to the other, and if there's a disruption in that timing, I think I stumble a little bit more than I should be. So that's something I'm thinking about. Um, Hope you all have a great day. We'll talk soon. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna check out some features here and see um, what these are. But anyway, you guys have been cool. I appreciate you. Um, I'm in the Tampa Bay, St. Pete, Sarasota area. So if you're interested in live comedy, there's a lot of great clubs out there. In St. Pete, there is Sunshine City Comedy Club. They have another club in Clearwater, the Clearwater Comedy Club. Tampa has a really great Funny Bone. They bring in national headliners all the time. They also have a club called Side Splitters, which is a great club. Wesley Chapel, Florida. So if you guys are around that area, that's cool, and come check it out. In Sarasota, there's McCurdy's. They have a lot of great shows as well. They do open mics on Thursday nights. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'll keep working on this and keep thinking about it, but we'll see what happens after that. I'm hitting all the buttons. So, all right, guys, see ya.